Welcome back to HBL. We saw Purple take a 2-1 lead here in his matchup against Show with 2 wins of the pretty unconventional card choices in his Hunter deck here.
Yeah, King Mukla and Snipe both found in this deck, and he's absolutely looking to abuse the tempo in these matches and take advantage of the fact that Show has been playing a little bit more of the mid-range styles that's coming in. The Snipe absolutely blew Show out of the game, and we played Mech Mage in the first one, and it's been working for him here. He's 2-0 with that deck.
Yeah, I gotta assume he's gonna queue it up again here, and we're about to find out. Game 4 between Purple and Show.
Yeah, Show needs 2 straight wins and Purple on match point. It's gotta be a great feeling.
Yeah, it looks like Purple's going to queue up Druid. He's 3-0 here with Druid.
Look at this, too. Continues solid reads. Got an Acidic Swamp Ooze in his Druid deck, and Show his queued up Warrior.
Just great queuing up from Purple, great understanding. And you know what? Just a cool interaction here. You're seeing cards that you don't normally see in other tournaments cropping up here in HBL because you can play anything at any time.
Yeah, players allowed to make any changes they want to their decks between games. And Show, this is a pretty darn good opening hand. Turn 2 Unstable Ghoul, followed by a turn 3 Acolyte of Pain, can spell a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Big Game Hunter can get some big plays in here in this game too. Kill some giant Frothing Berserkers, a giant Grommash too. Not a bad addition to Purple's hand.
Yeah, a little harder to utilize, I would say, versus Grim Patron Warrior, but still potential to have effect here. And with this hand rolling out, he's going to be able to check this Acolyte of Pain and deny some draws from Show. And then he's even going to be able to follow up on that Deathbite with an Acidic Swamp Ooze. That takes away the potential to abuse Grim Patron, but he still does have the Unstable Ghoul here. So maybe not the easiest situation for Show to go ahead and navigate, but look at this sequence of plays. It looks to me like Purple's got a major advantage.
Yeah, Purple's got a major advantage, and if he could push through enough damage here in this game, he's already got Force of Nature Savage Roar in his hand, so look for that to happen on turn 9.
Yeah, gonna be able to take out this Keeper of the Grove, but again, Acidic Swamp Ooze gonna be able to really put a lot of pressure on Show and make sure that he's struggling in this matchup. Is gonna lose his Swamp Ooze, but Wrath might change that. He may be able to go ahead and Wrath first and see what happens here. How important is having the Swamp Ooze on board? That's really, I think, a big question here.
Yeah, I don't think it's super important, but he doesn't really have a ton of other good options this turn. And if you can keep the Acidic Swamp Ooze around, Innervate picking up, might see a couple big turns.
I mean,
that's
a potential turn 5 Dr. Boom here. Not going to use the Ooze. Wants to. Oh, he's going to maybe iterate out this Ooze.
This is actually a very...
Is it going to deny the potential for Grim Patron this turn? Is going to be a little bit more patient with it, and Show's going to continue to be patient as well. He wants to get Frothing Berserker on board and then continue from there.
Yeah, he's going to make a very big Frothing Berserker here this turn. It's a good spot from Show. It's not going to be big enough to get Big Game Hunter just yet here whenever he gets the trigger off this Deathbite, though. So that's good. That's a good play around the Big Game Hunter from Purple.
Yeah, actually, it would be a 6 power minion after he blows up that Deathbite, so... Kind of a peculiar spot that he's in, and how does he proceed forward from here? I mean, I have to believe that Dr. Boom is an okay play in this spot, but it's checked by what's on board.
Yeah, it is checked by what's on board. You get to have a giant Frothing Berserker. Loatheb seems pretty interesting in this spot as well. It keeps him from doing stuff like Whirlwind and things like that, so he can't just kill you on the spot. But Acidic Swamp Ooze and getting to trigger this Deathbite when you want to is also a very good play.
He can also Innervate attack the Acolyte of Pain to put the Frothing Berserker in Big Game Hunter range. That may be something he's going to do.
I think that is actually what he's going to do here.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do too. Excellent sequencing from Purple, and he's even got drops to follow this up. And Show's quickly running out of cards in this position. He has really no effective way to activate Grim Patron at this point, and Fiery War Axe is going to help keep this board in check, but he's running out of cards very quickly, and that Grommash can't be activated for 2 more turns. This game might start quickly slipping out of control.
Yeah, he's going to be able to clean up this board here from Purple, but again, as you said, he doesn't have a lot going on. Yeah, he's just going to go to the face. I like that as well.
Yeah, I think he's got to try to get some damage in somewhere, but then look at the trade potential that Purple has. What if he just starts pushing for face?
Yeah, you're going to see Purple get pretty aggressive here, I think, over the next couple turns. He might kill off this Armor Smith just because you don't want to let Show gain too much armor here in this game, but again, pushing for damage is actually a pretty big thing for him here, and I think you are going to see it.
Yeah, even going to diversify his threats a little bit here. And so now Show has to take care of both of these minions, and he can do that with the Slam, but he's not going to get the card draw in that situation. Warsong Commander with Grim Patron can't get any value yet, and with the size of the minions that Purple's going to be playing, there's a potential it never gets that value.
Yeah, and Purple's going to be able to drop a Dr. Boom here next turn as well, get a lot of minions on board, make this Savage War a really big threat.
Oh, I love this play here from Show too. Just get the Warsong Commander out. It's such a scary minion for any deck to have to face down, and he's going to force Purple to have to deal with this, but he doesn't have anything in his hand that can easily take care of it.
We're going to see how Purple wants to navigate this turn. He actually wants to get the Loatheb in play. Probably trying to, keep any shenanigans from happening. He doesn't want to let, Show have a big turn involving any of his spells to get really back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, something like Grim Patron with Inner Rage and Whirlwinds could really
There's the
punish
Inner
him
Rage,
for
yeah.
that. And so Grommash it looks like it's going to come down here. It just really doesn't have many other plays to be making in this situation. And this looks to me like it's just going for the dome. I mean, a 4-9 Grom is not the scariest thing in the world. How does Purple handle the situation going forward? Once he takes out this Warsong Commander, unless Show's hand is Warsong Commander Grim Patron, it's tough to get punished by something like a Dr. Boom here.
Yeah, it's really hard for him to get punished here with the 2 cards left in Show's hand. He's gonna probably Dr. Boom this turn instead of to try to lethal him next turn.
Yeah, I mean, with Force Nature and Savage Roar and 4 minions already in play, that is way too much damage to not be checking from Show's side of the board. But he's also going to look at the, what happens if he just charges a minion at his face. Is he going to have enough damage then to be able to make all these plays? And I think that's exactly what he's concluding. Actually, just going to taunt up here. And look, Show doesn't actually have a way to break through this unless he uses his Inner Rage on his Grime and then attacks.
Yeah, so if he uses the Inner Rage on the Grom, he still gets to attack him. Puts him down to, he's just attacking for 5, puts him down to 19.
Battle
He won't be able to
Rage
use the
is
combo to kill him
potentially
just
a
yet.
very good draw. We're going to get Purple's point of view back as soon as we can. He's just going to Inner Rage, and look at this. He's going to Battle Rage straight off the bat, try to pick up 2 cards, and hopefully something good. Whirlwind looks like it'd be amazing right now.
What a huge draw here from Show. This is going to make a giant board state here against Purple.
Yeah, and Grom is sitting on board still looming as well. So, what Purple draw is so important in this spot. It looks to me like he's got 21 points of damage, so just a few short of being able to take care of everything on board. If Purple had played that Dr. Boom, this game could have been very different.
And he's still going to...
Yeah, I'm just going to Force Nature Savage Roar to clear the board.
Yeah,
In this position, this is, kind of looking at this is almost effectively lethal in this spot. He's taking care of every single minion that Show has on board, and Show has 1 card left in his hand.
Oh yeah, this is a great play from Purple here. You don't have to win with the combo. It's not the only way you can win with your Druid deck. And as you said, it is effectively lethal. Gnomes Inventor, not the worst draw in the world. He's going to get to cycle a card here. A Frothing Berserker is actually pretty big when he gets the Armor Smith. Frothing Berserker, trade into the Loatheb, gain a little bit of life, increase the power on his Frothing Berserker. But Purple has a lot of big plays to make from behind here.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of Show can put together the right cards to start fighting back from this board position. Purple's got a lot of card advantage coming in here, and he's not really under a big threat of lethal at all. So just Emperor Thaurissan and Piloted Shredder is going to ramp up his mana even more and then continue to give him a stranglehold on this game.
It's going to allow him to play Dr. Boom plus Azure Drake or Sludge Belcher next turn. It's a great play here from Purple. It's setting up a big turn next turn. Not a bad draw from Show here.
Show's got 11 damage available from him, and I have to believe this Frothing Berserker's got to be pointed at face because in this kind of position, he has to be picking up more damage.
Yeah, he's going to make this Frothing Berserker as big as possible. He's going to be able to pick off and get a couple more points of damage out of this Frothing Berserker here, too, because he's going to be able to pick off one of these minions and just make a huge 9 power Frothing Berserker here.
Crashing in for 9. Purple's
Half
down to
of
9.
Purple, yeah, half of his life
half
total.
his life, but he's got Sludge Belcher to sit behind after this. He's got the trade on the Frothing Berserker, and he's going to have Dr. Boom out, and Show's completely out of cards.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to pick off this.
Wow,
this
he can
Frothing
even
Berserker as
Azure
well.
Drake and play Wrath if he wants to. I mean, he's got everything available to him now. Even picks up an Innervate, so he could play Dr. Boom outside of this, but I have to believe that Sludge Belcher is going to be something he comfortably sits behind.
He gets to Dr. Boom and Wrath as well. This turn he gets a Wrath for 4.
I
and
mean,
Sludge Belcher, yeah.
I think this
be
just
safe.
sealed the deal. I mean, what on earth is Show going to draw to get out of this board position?
I don't think there is a card in Show's deck that gets him out of position.
I guess
Battle Rage.
maybe Brawl?
Well, Battle Rage draws him 2 cards here, so at least he gets to, he gets 2 chances at something to make some things happen now.
I mean, this is not
Warsong
near
Commander
enough.
Cruel Taskmaster, that's not going to be enough. He doesn't have enough damage to get through a Sludge Belcher and make any impactful plays. So yeah, this looks like Purple is going to bring this match home.
Wow, I mean, just what a series this has been. I mean, Show got out to what it looked like a very strong early lead, but Purple was just able to check it the whole way through. And something that, a lot of people don't take into account always is how Force Nature Savage Roar can fight a battle when you go 1-for-1 and then set up a big board position like that. He killed 4 minions that turn with Force Nature and Savage Roar. Even though Show got extra Grim Patrons from effects that were going in, he had to invest cards into creating those effects. So it wasn't just like free minions that he's getting kind of moving forward there. And Acidic Swampu's really playing an important role in this game too.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we said, you don't have to just kill people with the combo. We've seen a lot here in HPL. People have used Force of Nature and Savage Roar as removal spells, board clears, anything of the like. And it's made a lot of winning plays out of spots you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah, so able to go up to 10 here. I mean, the game is still not out of question yet. I mean, if Show draws a Grim Patron, he's actually got lethal here.
Oh, wow. Is that true? Hold on.
Yeah, he can Cruel Taskmaster Grim Patron,
yeah,
running
absolutely.
in 5, 6, 7. He'll have 7 from the Cruel Taskmaster and the Grim Patron that has the power buff, and then the second one's
So
created by
looking
the
to draw
slide.
is Grim Patron only here.
Yeah, Acolyte of Pain's not going to be enough. All the mana he has to invest in drawing cards is going to make sure he doesn't have the mana to actually kill purple afterwards. And this board is going to be way too much for Show to deal with. I mean, he's got to have something like Brawl in this position. You saw even purple
Yeah,
kind
when
of
he reacted to the
reel
War
in
Song
pain
Commander, yeah.
almost when he saw it. I think he's going to be
Yeah, he
delighted.
knew Show's only outs from this spot.
Yeah, he's going to be delighted to see this Acolyte of Pain afterwards, and Show cannot. There's no card in his deck, or no card in his deck at this point that can save him this position. Certainly not Dread Corsair, and certainly not anything that's going to weather this storm. Purple is going to take this series 3 games to 1.
Yeah, Show is not going to move on to 3-0. He's going to fall to 2-1. Still a strong showing here early in HPL. Purple's going to move up to 2-0. So Dog is the only remaining 3-0. Still the only 3-0 in HPL here.
Yeah, excellent stuff from Purple in this match. Really showing you the power of Druid that has in these matchups where people are trying to execute sort of a more control strategy and then get something on board that's going to swing the game back around. Druid has powerful plays the entire way up the curve, and when you can find yourself in a position where you can kill all of your opponent's cards with Force Nature and Savage Roar, that's effectively lethal. When your opponent's out of options and doesn't have ways to reach you, you've won the game.
Yeah, you've absolutely won the game. And speaking of winning, Druid has been doing a lot of it here in HPL. I believe its win percentage coming into the night was close to 80%. Now it's got to be well over 80%. It's just been the darling of HPL. People have been queuing it up often and winning with it often.
Yeah, been an astonishing performance from that deck. You can head over to pvplive.net and see what everyone has played in HPL so far and see for yourself exactly how well Druid's done. Maybe some of your favorite classes haven't been doing so well, like Warrior, for instance. We've been seeing it lose a lot. People have been very
Quite a bit.
prepared for that strategy. But guys, that's going to do it for our 4th match. When we come back, we're going to have an interview with Purple, get some insight into his strategy and exactly how he tackled this match versus Show. Don't go anywhere, guys. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.